The power of small steps. There was once a girl named Maya who loved learning but struggled to manage her study schedule. Every night, she would feel overwhelmed by the amount of material she had to cover for her final exams. She often thought, "There's no way I can finish all this in time." So, instead of starting, she would put off her studies, promising herself she'd work harder tomorrow. One day, her teacher, Mrs. Jahanara, noticed Maya's frustration and called her aside. "Maya," she said, "I can see you're worried about the exams. But you're not alone in this. Let me tell you a story." Mrs. Jahanara began, "There was once a farmer who had to move a huge pile of rocks from one side of his field to the other. At first, he thought it was impossible. The rocks seemed endless. But every day, he took one small step. He moved one rock. Just one. Some days he moved 2 or 3, and on some days, just one. By the end of the month, his field was cleared." Maya listened carefully. And the message was clear. Mrs. Jahanara continued, "Studying is the same. Don't focus on the entire pile of work. Break it down into small steps. Start with one chapter, one page, or even one paragraph. Over time, the results will surprise you." Inspired by this advice, Maya returned home that day with a new mindset. She broke down her subjects into small, manageable tasks. Each day she studied a little, and after a week, she found herself finishing more than she had ever imagined. By the time her exams arrived, Maya felt confident and well prepared. She realized that success wasn't about trying to tackle everything at once, but about taking small steps every day. Moral: in both studying and life, breaking tasks into small, manageable steps helps us achieve big goals. Persistence, even with small efforts, leads to progress. Some useful vocabulary words from the passage. 1. Overwhelmed, adjective. Meaning, feeling like there is too much to deal with. Emotionally overloaded. Example, Maya felt overwhelmed by the amount of material she had to study for her exams. 2. Struggled, verb. Meaning, to experience difficulty and make a lot of effort to achieve something. Example, she struggled to manage her study schedule effectively. 3. Frustration, noun. Meaning, the feeling of being upset or annoyed because of an inability to achieve something. Example, her frustration grew as she felt she couldn't keep up with her studies. 4. Perseverance, noun. Meaning, persistence in doing something, despite difficulties or delays, in achieving success. Example, Maya learned that perseverance is the key to finishing her studies. 5. Manageable, adjective. Meaning, something that can be dealt with or controlled. Example, she broke down her subjects into small, manageable tasks to avoid feeling overwhelmed. 6. Mindset, noun.